Or is it possibly that's where it's going to end up once I finish my scanning, maybe? Yeah, that's exactly right. You're totally right. Well, let's go to the next system then. Let's go to the next system. That is exactly what it is. Well, yeah, that's true. And you see now it lines up, whereas before it well, wait a minute. There's a white one and then there's this white one. What's... I am here. So it's one I've already scanned down. Is that why they go white after you've scanned them down? No, they go green. I don't know. I'm gonna go jump to another system. That's just the easiest thing to do. I've got a path all planned out.
Warp drive active.
Just jumped into the stream. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. Rescast TV, new channel. Buddy of mine and I are putting together. Figured we'd collaborate and get more content out and get more varied content on a more regular schedule. My primary right now is Eve. His primary is iRacing. His name's PreacherMan23. And he was streaming earlier on his own channel. Not sure if he still is. But we're trying to get to the point where we're doing, if not daily, pretty close to daily streaming here. And we want to build out actually a really nice community. If you're a streamer, by the way, and you follow, if I look at your profile and I see that you're a streamer, I will most certainly follow back. The whole idea here is just creating a really a cool community. I've been super impressed with this whole community. People like Jester that are just fantastic. I even got a guy that has been off the game for 2.5, 3 years, and he's just coming back. And this was last night or the night before. And he called himself just a born Care Bear. Excuse me. And super nice guy from the Netherlands. And his name is Light and Magic, all one word. If you want to go check out his channel. If you like exploration, there's another guy right now that's streaming, and he may be on right now. I'm not sure. His name is Gorillaism. It's just like Gorillaism, all one word. And he is exploration right now. He's on a 23-day challenge to make 15 billion ISK from exploration. So I'm going to take a look for him. I actually really enjoy watching his channel too. Okay, so let's throw out some scanners. And throw up a map. Throw out a pattern. In here. In here. I'm just curious. Can you guys hear the game sounds at all? I've got the music in the game turned off. I mean, maybe I can turn that back on since I can't put music on in the background because when I export this to YouTube, it gets popped. So there's a wormhole. That'll work. No harm, no foul. But I am curious if I've got the audio set correctly. Warp sounds? Okay. Maybe I'll boost it just a little bit. Okay. Just a little tiny bit to it. I don't know about you guys. I kind of like to hear it in the background instead of it just being dead quiet. Hopefully that does it. We're in wormhole space. Is that actually? I'm assuming when you say wormhole space, you've gone through a wormhole. It could be anything on the other side, though. So maybe I'm not using that term correctly.
Warp drive active.
That is a cool looking planet. This game is so beautiful looking. Cobalt Blues, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Glad to have you on board. Give us time. We're going to build out some pretty cool stuff here, I hope. Oh, okay. Now I got it. That makes sense to me. Okay, so this guy doesn't look too bad. Although he's got a different color about him. And it leads to high sec. Well, I'm not really interested in going into high sec. Is that what that is? Caldari space? Because it's got that bluish color? Yeah. Okay, I'll go through it. Why not? Why not? Just have to scan something down. We'll see. We'll go through it. If there's something to scan there, I'll take it. Nice and blue, yeah. We'll give it a go. Rescast. So, it's kind of got a double meaning. So the first one is my buddy Preacher Man. He did I click approach or did I enter wormhole? Yeah, that's not thinking. So anyway, so he used to play a lot of WoW. So you know you res, and in other games you've got res capabilities. So that's kind of a play on the word res. And at the same time, it's got some other reasons, as like you said. You know. If we had to go back to it, my buddy is Preacher Man. He's named Preacher Man for a reason, and so it just kind of has to do with our faith and what have you. And so it's kind of got a double meaning for us, and it just, I don't know, it worked. And to be honest with you, it was better than a lot of the other names we were coming up with. They weren't great, but yeah, that's our two reasons. It's basically kind of like. Based off our faith, and then also based off of the whole gaming resing a character thing. So, wow, we've got a whole bunch of stuff to scan from here. Let's do so. What cloak? Oh, I'm still cloaked. Almost didn't bookmark it. Almost. Oh, yeah, cool. Very cool. Let's see. Cobalt Blue. Wait a minute. Cobalt Blues. You're not from the great state of Indiana, are you? Just curious. Alright, let's go park somewhere. I don't know why I just don't like sitting in a normal spot.
Warp drive.
I did, I bookmarked it. I almost left. I'm gonna have to like have a checklist. Like, you know, like when I'm flying, you've got a checklist. You've got a gump, you know, like gump. Before you land, you wanna, you know, gear, undercarriage, mixed. Wow, I don't remember what gump stands for anymore. Gear, undercarriage. I'll have to look it up. Wow, it's been that long. Illinois. Okay. Oh, that's right. You said that earlier. I'm sorry. Cobalt, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep the last week. Like literally 2 to 4 hours a night the last week, so you'll have to forgive me. But yeah, sure, we can certainly chat. All right. Throw them out. Let's do it. Do it, do it. With a star in front of it. So, oh, so the wormhole that you came in. Ah, that makes sense. Oh, see, that's what I was worried about coming through here. Yeah, it's a big derp. I was worried about coming through here is, you know, if I go through a bunch of wormholes, how am I going to know to get back? That's a good idea. Good idea, sir. All right, we're going to go after 480. Let's see what we get. Formation. Up. Looks good. 480. Yeah, Nightbots, remind you guys, check out our YouTube channel. That's another place we're just getting ramped up with everything, but super appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate you guys that have followed. You don't have to follow, obviously. I hope you swing by some other night, and if you see that you like what you see. We're going to be streaming some iRacing, some Eve. Those are our two main ones right now. Preacher Man's is iRacing. Eventually, I'd like to get a wheel, because I am actually a massive car enthusiast. I would call myself a petrol head. Big Top Gear fan. So I've been kind of sad lately. Top Gear UK. Top Gear US is alright, but it's not the same show. And then, of course, Top Gear UK is no longer... Well, Top Gear... Well, I guess it is still Top Gear UK. They're just going to get different presenters, but... I've talked with some guys from England, and some of them kind of believe that if you're familiar with the show Top Gear at all, that this whole thing was almost kind of planned. That Clarkson and Hammond and May wanted to go. Those are the three presenters. They wanted to do their own show, and so this was kind of their way out. But their contracts were up, so I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. It is one of my favorite. It's my favorite show of all time. $352. Gotta remember that double click there, Jester. I always forget. That's one thing I don't like about the world map, is that's kind of in the way. But I guess I can just move it. $352 is another unstable wormhole. Well, that's what we're looking for, right? Did any of you guys watch the 07 show today? Celebrating the 12th birthday of EVE Online. I watched it. They had CCP Seagull on there, and then the CEO, I forget his name. It was a pretty good show this time. I mean, they've all been really good. 352, unstable wormhole. All right, let's pull them in. Warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
I'd love to get y'all's thoughts on how the stream has been. Has it been choppy or dropping anything? Just got a new PC, and kind of been working on that and trying to get my connection to my house happy. I'm not going through that wormhole. No, sorry, Bob. I don't care if I do still have 2 hours. I'm not going there. Not gonna do it. Pop those bad boys back out again. We'll just scan something else down. Just scan something else down. No big deal. Oh, good. Good, I'm glad. Yeah, I had a problem the other night after having switched systems where my mic was only coming through the left ear. Good, I appreciate it, Chester. Thanks. Kind of bouncing around on me here. $540 is the number. Yes, sir. I'll go check that as soon as my stream is done. So I am in the scope at this point. I've been nothing but NPC Corps, except for last year. So what I say, I don't know if I've said this several times tonight because I want to make sure people know I'm what I call an old noob. And this isn't a unique story, I've come to find out. This particular tune I created in 2011. I've even had trial accounts before this. So I've been playing this game for a number of years, but because I play off again, on again, and I've never spent the time to hook up with anybody or to learn anything other than basic mining and a little in-station trading, I never really did anything with a corp until last year. I did join Bovril Miners and part of Brave Newbies, and but I didn't hook up with anybody then either. And then I got really busy at work, and so I stopped playing. And then this time when I've come back, they booted me because of inactivity, which is fine. I understand that. But you know, so it's we're doing 540. Okay, that's right. So right now I am in the scope. That's where I got booted to. I haven't decided on. Well, I had decided that I wasn't going to join a corp unless some really awesome opportunity popped up. I like the idea of exploration. I'm not much into PvP, at least not yet. I actually do like mining. I write software for a living, so it's nice to be able to sit over here to my right with my laptop and just mine, you know. But I much prefer exploration. I've been doing that for the last 2-3 weeks, and it's been fantastic, particularly with people's help like Jester. And everybody in this room, actually, it's been helping me a lot this evening. It's been awesome. So I'm starting to kind of get the vibe that I might be interested into some sort of a corp that does exploration or something along those lines. And so I haven't really settled on where I might go, to be honest with you. I'm kind of I'm getting that community that I've not had with this game. I'm getting that from playing online and streaming. But at some point I'd like to join a corp. How about you? Are you part of a corp or anything other than an NPC corp? Or all right, let's pull those bad boys in. Warp to 0.
Warp drive active.
Reload. Hide to map. Let's see. I haven't actually looked at the list here. Wow, I've got a bunch of you that have been here for a while, and I appreciate you hanging out tonight. It is so much fun. It really is a lot of fun. I actually, when I started streaming, I thought I would enjoy it. I've done some podcasting in the past, and for about a little over a month, I did a daily vlog, and I could only do that for about a month. It was more the editing was a pain in the butt, so I've kind of done a lot of that stuff. I did a podcast for about 6 months, and so, but this I like this because there's no editing here, and it's just easy. I can export. I got people in the community right away who are like-minded in terms of liking this game. Hey, this wormhole looks okay to me. Let's check it out. It leads into high security space. Thanks, Subjugation. I appreciate it. I'm finding that out. You know, Eve has always, one of the things that's kind of been a little bit keeping me, you know, I don't want to say it's kept me from joining a corp, but is, you know, it's kind of a reputation of people attacking and blowing up your ship. But it doesn't mean they're bad people, I've learned. Like the guy that popped me the other day, he popped me, I got away in my pod, and then when he saw that I couldn't find my way out, he helped me get out, you know? And so I'm finding that every single person that's been in here and chatting with me, every single person to a T has been fantastic and enthusiastic about the game, and I love that. I love that. And so if you guys, any of you guys that have followed me, if you're a streamer, I will follow back. And if I haven't, send us a message, because I want to make sure that we build out that community, because I like watching people play when I'm not streaming. So, so high sec, should I jump down this one or should I scan down another one? Oh wait, hang on. Cobalt said something. Ran across the code cult. They tried to recruit me. They are great role players, but pretty creepy. So being somebody, I've never been a role player kind of guy, but I am big into the lore. Like, that's one of the things that kept bringing me back to this game is, you can't really see it now because I've got a bunch of PC parts behind me up on the file cabinet there, and actually I don't think the camera's quite angled properly enough, but once I get that stuff cleared off, I'll re-angle the camera, and you'll see I've got a bunch of the Eve books. I've got all 3 of the novels. I've got the source book. I've got the one comic, and that came out that was hardback. And then in the Eve Second Decade Edition, I've got the other book in there. I just haven't pulled it out yet. So I've got all that, and I've got my Rifter right here that came with the Second Decade Edition, my little Rifter model. So I love this. I love the lore of game, and that keeps bringing me back. Let's see. I love streaming. People make the difference. They really do. I've been streaming about a month trying to figure out what I want to do. That's cool. Do I know them? Do I know code? No, I don't know them at all. I really know nobody in this game. I know a couple people, friends that played it. And most of them stopped. There's like one guy that I hooked up with through another friend who did join a corp for a little while. And I chat with him, and he's kind of giving me some guidance, but we aren't. He's way more advanced, and he's in hardcore, deep wormhole space doing, I don't know what he's doing. He's doing all kinds of stuff, battles and big battles, and I don't pew-pew. So, you just like shooting people. So subjugation, you like pew-pew, huh? At some point, I probably will. But right now, I'm getting a kick out of exploration. My idea of fighting at this point, because I'm not very good at it, is running away very quickly. I like ships that I can turn and run. And part of that is just getting used to the controls. I need to get a proper gaming keyboard. I need to kind of get used to the keyboard, and any of the hotkeys are there, possibly build out macros. I think you can do that in this game. Get back to that point. I haven't really been a hardcore gamer for years and years and years. I've been console for the last several years. I'm just so busy with kids and everything else. So I could see me getting into PvP and some of these massive battles that you hear about all the time. But I've got to get a lot better at really the game first. But okay, let me shut up and I'll scan here. Okay. So part of going back to a PC, because I've been running Macs now for probably about the last 7 or 8 years, I've gone back to a PC, and nice. I'll take it. Now I use a PC at work, so it's not like I'm not using one. But it's been okay. I'm a big competition guy, and I like to see a lot of competition. I think it's good for all of us. So I would love to see Windows get really, really good, and maybe even Chrome OS really get solid. But I still feel like Microsoft is, they're not focused enough. I think, I don't know. So, oh, it's nice though. Let's see. So they're a group that set up their own kind of enforcement. They have a savior of HiSec. Their leader named James 316, which is a stray name given the they force you to purchase a mining permit to mine in HiSec. If they find you AFK mining without a permit, they blow you up and then email you about it. So you get a kill mail and a personal mail. A lot of people hate them, but honestly, what they are doing is fully within the confines of a sandbox for your old player-driven game. I totally agree. I thought it was brilliant, but yeah, their leader thing is kind of weird. I don't disagree. I don't know that I've heard of them of a corp that does that. And again, I'm not very well traveled in this game, but that does seem peculiar to me. I love the fact, I wouldn't if it happened to me, but I love the fact that you're going to get a kill mail and then you're going to get a personal mail from your own corp. That's just a riot. Pardon me, sir. We caught you AFK. But see, what they think is if you just join a corp, you tend to get ships from corps and stuff. So what do you get? Oh, you just blew up my ship. Now give me another one. Okay, I don't think we've been here before. Maybe I should start bookmarking all the wormholes. Bookmark all the things. This one looks calm. Unknown parts of space. We have not been here before. This is taking us into the danger zone. This is where we want to go. Well, we'll see. I know they've got new management. Balmer needed to go a year ago. And I know it's a big ship to turn around, so we'll give it time. We'll see. Okay, so let's see. I've got my... make sure I've got everything. I gotta remember I gotta bookmark as soon as I get through here. And away we go. I'm gonna have to start doing like stretches in the middle of these stints at the computer. They're contacting you now. Run. D-scan. Alright, just control towers. That's a really crazy looking wormhole. I'm gonna use that asterisk thing there, Jester. Wormhole, I think this is... Actually, now I think this is wormhole 13, but I didn't bookmark 12. Inside. I do like little things like best practices or tips, like what do you do? Now, I don't like to hang around a wormhole. It seems to me like it would be a smart practice to steer clear of hanging around a wormhole. This is a small system.
Warp drive active.
Told me, I saw you at the gate again. Thought you might be AFK. Wow. Wait a minute. What if you're in high sec? To mine in high sec, if they find you... See, you mentioned high sec. So in high sec, they're willing to get popped by Concord? Or do you not get popped by Concord if it's your own corp? Caldari control tower. Uh-oh. Alright, so I'm going to ask you a question, guys. So I got popped by one of these control towers one time, but it had some sort of a bubble shield and a whole bunch of turrets around it. This guy doesn't look like it has a lot of turrets or any turrets from what I could see. Should I still move along? Use cost-effective ganking ships. Gotcha. They do it to other players. Oh, I thought they did it to their own players. Oh.
Warp drive active.
Verzugkasten. That looks very German to me. I'm safe at that tower. Hey, Obex. Good to have you on the stream. Welcome to hanging out. So I was safe at that tower. Well... Okay. Well, let's see. Let's check this one. Where is this cat? Where is this tower? There it is. Anchored. You think I'm safe at this one? I'm concerned that if I hang out here, that somebody will show up to maintain it. Although it's probably been sitting here for a while. Anchored is not online. Okay. Fair enough. If you hit C and click on an item in your overview, it will automatically center on your screen. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That is awesome. Thank you, Subjugation. I appreciate it. Alright, I'm going to throw out my probes here, go cloak, and start scooting along here. Protecting high sec by enforcing non-OK players and miners that don't conform to their vision. Kind of like their own government or something. Okay. That's a little weird. I agree with you. Alright, we're just going to cruise along here in space. Plenty to scan. We're going to go 412 first. Oops. Man, that always gets me. As soon as I hit D-scan for the first time and I see my probes, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good. 412. Come on. Double click's not working. This thing is just annoying as all get out. I know I could minimize it, but it's alright. It's all good in the hood. 412, 412. Hey, if you're in the stream and you haven't clicked follow, please feel free to go ahead. Feel free to not click follow. It's up to you. Just trying to hang out and have some fun. Okay, it's a wormhole. So we're going to go after 064 now. .064. Here's your spiel they sent me. Incidentally, now might be a good time to mention the code instituted by the government of HISEC. Since you appear to be an explorer rather than a miner or freighter, you're at decreased risk of enforcement. Since you have a more active, less bot-like play state, but any non-PvP activity in HISEC requires the purchase and display of a permit. It's all detailed here. Wow. That's creepy. No, I have never run across those dudes. That's totally creepy. .064 is a gas site. Gas site. What else do we have? Combat. Okay. 725, guys. We're going to switch to 725. Hey, Subjugation. Thanks for following, man. I super appreciate it. Like I said earlier, it's not just me on the channel. My buddy, PreacherMan23. He, right now, his primary is iRacing, so if you dig car racing, that's a really fun game. Apparently, Dale Earnhardt Jr., who's a NASCAR driver here in the States, big-time NASCAR driver, or at least really well-known anyway, used to play that a lot. May still play it, I don't know. But eventually, I'll probably get a steering wheel and play. But we're going to play some other games as well. But don't worry, Eve will be a regular, at least two times a week on the channel. And right now, it'll probably be a little more frequent than that, as we're just kind of getting ramped up. But glad to have you on board. Sorry, the leader name is James. 315. 18 a.m. James 315. Okay. So, hang on, let me see. It's 725. Whoops. Dude, I appreciate it. I really do. It's funny. I've had a few people tell me, okay, so you're kind of like a old noob, as you call it, and you're streaming yourself online. That's a little not bright, don't you think? I'm like, yeah, that's not bright. Probably isn't bright. But A, our channel isn't really big enough to... I mean, of course, I don't know how many Eve streamers there are right now, so you guys popped in, so I don't know. But B, you know what? It'll make life interesting. And C, I'm going to start hiding where I am. I already kind of do up here with my video. You know what I haven't done, guys? I haven't hit that D-scan in a while. That's going to get me killed again. That's going to get me killed. 725. Follow the code. And not AFK during mining. And how great their leader must be. Blah, blah. The guy who blew me up then offered to mentor me. Alright, guys. It's getting a little late, so I'm going to go after this data site. I know it's... I know it's not as good in wormhole space as the relic sites, but you know what? I'm looking for any win right now. Yeah, that's really creepy. I mean, personally, I would have just bounced as quickly as I could. That's weird. Please be a... Oh no, it's unsecured. Sleeper site. That's a no-go for me. So no, we're not going to go there. Okay, 489. Let's get ready to rumble. Any guys boxing fans? I can't say that I'm a huge boxing fan, but when the big fights are on, I don't always watch them, but I kind of follow along through friends that are watching it and stuff like that. 489 just disappeared off my map. Let's come back out again. Yeah, that's really bothering me there, Cobalt. Man, I'm thinking about it. It's just really weird to me. But it's cool, though. I mean, that's, you know, if they're doing the role-playing thing, I can appreciate it. It's not something that I really do, but I can appreciate that. No to the boxing. Yeah, I'm not a big boxing fan. Like, I don't know the fighters. I don't even really know how you do the scoring. But you know, the big fights, it's mainly so that I can actually talk about it at work afterwards. What are we on? We were at 489. That's a data site, and it's okay. So that's a no. Did we look to see what class we're in? I did not check the wormhole class. Okay, there's a Sisters Core. We have Sisters Core scanner probes in here. What do I do here? I mean, I'm obviously cloaked. Do I pull in my probes? They're cloaked because I'm not seeing them. Heart rate's up. They're PvE probes. So I'm okay then. Oh, fair enough. So dude's in there just doing the same thing I am. Or lady. Doesn't have to be a dude. Although statistically speaking, it's... Could be a dudette. Every now and then the game makes a weird sound. They use them... Well, yeah, but if they find the site, then... That's true. Oh, that would be really slick, wouldn't it? Try to give me a false sense of security. 316 is what we're on. That'd be really slick. Because they'll try to pop me at the site. Which actually kind of makes sense, because right now they're going to assume I'm cloaked. Another gas site. Blah. They're going to assume I'm cloaked. And so when am I going to not be cloaked, possibly? When I'm actually hacking. Could be a trick. It's a trap! Wrong universe. What are we doing? Quarter till. Which one were we doing? Well, let's choose 044. We're going to do 044, I think. No, we're not. We're going to do... 000, GCE, Golf, Charlie, Echo, 000. Skill training completed. Banner night. Nobody likes gas sites, so... show shot. I was actually about to ask, like, does anybody do gas sites? Is it worth the... Do you make good money out of gas sites? I know you make, boosters out of that, right? If I remember correctly. Triple zero. If you find the right gas. Come on, 000. Wow. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. So if you just joined the stream, welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. It's a new stream we're just putting together. Brand new channel. Buddy of mine and I, Preacher Man 23. We're going to be streaming different things and try to provide really regular content. We both had our own channels and figured this was the best way to provide regular, varied content and to build out a pretty cool community at the same time. So that's our goal. They also spawn sleeper NPCs. Oh, okay. So you got to go in loaded for bear or warp in at 100 or something, right? Okay, 000's got picked up. It's a data site, and it's oh man, come on! I can't catch a break here. Double click. I don't think it works when you're actually inside the... No. That's what I'm trying to grab. 635. We're pulling in 635. Let's see what we get. D-scan. Still those sisters. No big deal. 635. I'm losing you. Scan again. 635. Yeah, that's it was over there. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there, Jester. So it's funny when I say Jester, I think Top Gun, the movie Top Gun. Have you ever seen that? The instructor was Jester. 635. Come on, 635. Bravo, Yankee Tango 635. Let's do it. It's a wormhole. This has got to be it right here. We're going to go for the further one. Hey guys, don't forget to follow us on Twitter as well. I know sometimes the Twitter accounts can have a gas, wormhole, gas. Really? So, you know what, Jester? I did not go to the site and look this up. How much you want to bet this is, like, above a class 4? I should have checked this when we came in. J131656. Whoops. Oh, it's class 3. So it was worth a search. Just didn't turn up anything. Man, that stinks. A
module has run out of charges.
Oh, my bad. I don't know, guys. I'm trying to think what I should do here because I'm just about out of time. I think I'm gonna head back. I think I'm gonna head back to station for the night. I made some money tonight, not a lot, but I've learned a lot, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. And I hope you guys are gonna come back and you're gonna hang with me while I head back to the station. That's actually, it might be an adventure. Let's see if I can find my way back. Let's see. Now, okay, so here's a question. Nobody in system as far as I can tell. Okay? Do you always warp back to 0 if your D-scan is clear? Or do you warp to 100? Always, just to make sure. I'm gonna warp to 0 because that's just always what I do. Maybe it's not a smart idea. Can't warp if you're cloaked.
Warp drive active.
That's where I missed that. That covert cloak's gonna be nice because at least I can warp with that on. Now this guy sees I'm in system. There we go. Thursday wormhole. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna scan. I'm gonna see if the. I'll go ahead and scan these guys down. So let's do this. Let's. I'm gonna bookmark this so I don't accidentally bookmark. Not that I'm gonna go through another wormhole tonight, but let's just. Outside. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's. I guess I can just stay here. Oh, I'm still cloaking. Alright, fine. Whatever. Then I'll go here.
Warp drive active.
We'll try to scan down these last few sites. I got about 10 minutes. I'll go over a little bit if I find a site and we can do some hacking on it. So one of the things we've been talking about doing eventually is once we kind of get the stream settled down a bit and we start getting, you know, enough followers, I don't know, maybe once we hit 50 or 100 followers, we might consider doing like a 6 or a 12-hour stream. That's one of those things, and maybe do some giveaways. Sometimes we'll do some, you know, maybe game Steam cards or something. A lot of times with Eve, I know a lot of people give out in-game stuff. Based off what I've seen, most of you, a few of you like Cobalt's been playing for a couple weeks, but a lot of the people that pop in here have been playing a lot longer than I have, so there's really no amount of ISK that I currently have in my wallet that's going to make anybody happy. But you know, it's something I can try to do, and I am hoping once I've got my my scanning and cloaking skills down to, you know, a practiced art, I guess, so to speak, I'm going to go ahead, I get the covert cloak, put onto my Estero, and I'll start doing that. But right now, I don't feel like my skills are quite where I need to be at this point with a 80 million plus ISK ship. So let's pop these bad boys out here, and I'm just going to do good practice that I always do, whether I'm in high sec or not. I'm going to pop open the map. I'm going to click this one. We're going to go India Yankee Whiskey 480. Maybe we'll get lucky here. So guys, I'm going to give a shout out to a couple other guys that I started watching before I started streaming, well, one guy in particular was Gorillaism. It's all one word, Gorillaism. He's got a great channel. He's currently doing a challenge that he set forth for himself where he's trying to make 1 billion ISK in 15 billion ISK in 23 days. And so over at his channel, he's going after that, and he's in I guess a lot of nullsec, and that's pretty cool. He's got a really chill channel, good to listen to, good guy. And then another guy, I haven't watched his channel yet, but he was in my stream a night or two ago. Super awesome guy from the I forgot where he was from. I don't remember if it was somewhere across the pond. I don't remember off the top of my head. But he said he's a born Care Bear, and he actually donated 10 million ISK to me, which was awesome. I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, every bit counts, and especially when I don't have as much in the way of fundage right now. I can get by. I mean, I have enough, but to get by with the cheaper ships and stuff. But okay, let's see. We're gonna do 352. Made it back home? Where were you, Jester? Oh, made it back home to catch the tail leg of... Oh, you had to step out. Oh, okay. I got you now. Yeah, we're getting close to wrapping things up here. I'm just going to scan these things down. If I find something worth hacking, I'll go after them. We're in high sec again. But if not, yep, the stream will wrap up at 0300-ish Eve time. And we will... Liam is my character, yes. How did you know that? Where do you see that here? That's scary to me. Oh, shift ends at 10. Oh, gotcha. Okay. How did you know who I am? Where is it on here? Did I not rename my ship? I thought I did. Oh, well, there it is, right there in the chat. Local chat. Derp. Derp-a-derp. Yes, Liam is my character. And like I said, I've had him for, I think... Bring him over here. You can see April 16th, 2011. Yes, Liam Fitzpatrick. April 16th, 2011 is when I created this character. And it's... as I told you, I'm an old noob. But I love it. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving this game. I'm loving the community that's here. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I don't know. Maybe people shouldn't know my... I don't know. I'm probably going to make an in-game channel eventually once I actually start feeling like I know what I'm doing. Wait a minute. Is this the wormhole I've already been in? I think that's what it is. I think I'm scanning down my old wormhole. $374. That's what I'm doing. I'm scanning it. Commence with the Twitch sniping. Yes, that's... I'm waiting for it. But I'm in high sec right now, so at the very least you're going to get popped by Concord. I don't have enough money for it to be worth it. Unless you just want to get on the channel, I guess. But I'm not that big of a streamer to care about being on the channel, so... I guess the security through obscurity a little bit. Yeah, I know. I've seen that on... what's his name? Marquis Dragon. I've seen him get stream sniped. You know, my attitude on the whole thing is I'm here to have fun. And yes, there's probably going to be times where I get frustrated or what have you. I do admit to having gotten a little frustrated losing 3 ships in the course of 4 or 5 days. And it's because of my own, you know, just not practiced enough. But overall, you know, I think if I do end up in a corp and we do any kind of big PvP operation, they prefer that you are not streaming. I don't know if they can... I know some of them will mandate that you cannot stream. And I've seen some prefer that you aren't streaming, or at least not until the battle really gets rolling and the location is well known. So, I didn't check that side. That's okay. I think this is the last scan. Let it be something good. Come on, guys. Data site, relic site. I don't care. Nope. Man. Just no luck tonight. Alright, guys. Well, listen. That is just about 0300 Eve time. I'm going to... you know what? I needed that. Substores. Uh-oh. Getting Eve mail. Whoa! Subjugation, is this you? It is, look at that. Oh, dude, thanks, you rock, man. Should I go check this out in the journal? Whoa! Subjugation, that's wicked generous of you, man. I appreciate... You didn't have to do that. That's... Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I really do. I will put that to good use. I mean, I may blow up a bunch of ships in my learning process, and that's the good use it may go towards. But I appreciate that very, very much. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every single person I met on this stream has been fantastic. Whether they're giving me knowledge, I've got donations, just hanging out and being cool. So I'm super glad that I started streaming this, and I'm gonna go back, and everybody that's followed me, I'm gonna go back and if I see that you're a streamer, I'm gonna go follow you, and it's worth it. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go back and follow you guys, and I like the idea of building out kind of just a network of kind of friends who are you know, of like mind with this stuff. So I don't know why I clicked that. My mind is elsewhere. I'm still out there from getting that nice big donation. That's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of stay where I'm at. Find myself a nice little station to pull into for the night. Okay, so as far as streaming schedule, I'm just here for the fun. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm having a blast, and I'm glad that you guys are as well. Oh, look at that. NHC has begun issuing advisories on subtropical storm Anna, located about 170 miles south-southeast of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So that is northeast of me, so I don't think I have to worry about it. But I guess we are into hurricane season here in Florida. So that may make for interesting streams sometimes, because we will get some severe thunderstorms. Not as many hurricanes. Not since 2004. We really haven't had a bunch, but anyway, that's off topic. But anyway, so I'm thinking I'm going to be streaming tomorrow night. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. Now that's stuck in my head for the rest of the night. Rest of the night, it's going to be stuck in my head. That's a good song. No, when we have a hurricane, when we have a hurricane, I'm not near the beach. I mean, I'm about 45 minutes-ish away from the closest beach. And so when we have a hurricane, and I'm up on a little bit of a hill, so I don't have to really worry about flooding. When we have a hurricane, we have hurricane parties. People just get together. You know, if we have friends that live in an apartment, maybe they'll come by here. We actually haven't had a hurricane party here. In 2004, this house was being built. And so it was just concrete block, and we were living in an apartment because we had sold our previous house. So we were in an apartment, and we ended up going to my in-laws' house, and we just had a nice family get-together. And it was really, really the weirdest thing. It was Hurricane Charlie. I think that was 2004. The weirdest thing ever was when that hurricane, you see it blowing one direction. It's blowing, say it's blowing this way. Okay? And it's hardcore blowing, right? And then all of a sudden things get calm because you're in the middle of the eye, and the eye lasts for, I think it lasted for about 15, 20 minutes or so. And we went outside, and it was like this eerie calm. Just really, you could look up, and I even think there was stars in the sky. And it was just really, really, and then you could feel the wind start picking up back, and we went inside, and, you know, the hurricane finished blowing through. And the next morning, we went out, and there was so much destruction in the neighborhood. It had picked up trees, but thankfully the you know, my in-laws' house was in really good shape. It had taken, I don't know if you guys have ever seen these giant trampolines that people will have in a backyard. It had taken one of those, picked it up, and dropped it, I think, 2 streets over, and put it down in somebody's yard. And they were joking later on, after they, you know, saw that everything was okay, that they got a new trampoline. Obviously, they returned it, but it can be terrifying. I will say, when you grow up here, I've been here since I was about 4, give or take, and I think we probably do take it for granted. We definitely do get our supplies. It isn't just a big party. We get our hurricane supplies. We get water. We fill up the bathtub with water. We get canned foods. We make sure we have all that. But it's one of those things where it's not like it's a crazy party. It's just, we just get together. And I don't know if it's everybody's together and you feel better about the situation because you're with friends and family. Not sure what it is, but that said, you can see places where the hurricane comes through. Embedded inside the wall of the hurricane, they have found that there are tornadoes occasionally. And so you can really see that. After the hurricane, we drove home. It's funny, one of the reasons why we went to my in-laws' house, which is in Orlando, and it's about a 35, 40-minute drive from where we were, is because of the fact that we have... Now my dogs are barking, people are knocking. I got to get off the stream in a second. But anyway, the fact that we were in an apartment, we were afraid that the air conditioning would get knocked out and that it would get flooded and all that. We went to the in-laws. Their air conditioning went out. We stayed there until probably, I don't know, 12 or 1 the next day, burning up. It's scorching hot. Finally packed up. We drove back to our apartment, dodging live wires that are on the ground. I mean, there was definitely a lot of destruction. By the time we got to our end of town, there was a lot less destruction. Lo and behold, our apartment was not flooded, and it had air conditioning. So, I don't know, it still had power. But, so it makes for interesting times, and, you know, you definitely kind of say a little prayer, but you get with family and you just try to enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. So, at least it's a lot of fun considering their circumstances. But anyway, all right, I'm going to go ahead and dock up here, guys. Listen, if you're new to the stream, if you just stopped by, I'm sorry I'm signing off now. I got an 8 to 11 tonight, or it was midnight to 3 Eve time. I'm thinking I will probably be back on again tonight, and I'm sorry, tomorrow night, Friday night. Same time, same bat time, same bat channel. If I'm not, my buddy who's running the channel with me will be on, but I think I'm probably going to be the one on tomorrow night playing some Eve. I hope to see you then. Feel free to hit that follow button. I'm so glad you stopped by. And thank you so much for the help and subjugation, man. You rock. I really appreciate it. And Jester, you all help. I mean, everybody helps. And I'm learning a lot. And I've never, the last 2.5, 3 weeks that I've been really playing Eve and streaming, have been the most fun I've ever had in this game, by far. And so I really appreciate it. So yeah, I know I'm getting all gushy. So, but I'm gonna sign off, guys, for the night. You have a great rest of your evening, rest of your day, wherever you happen to be. And hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Take care.